Welcome to the Rensselaer Public Library Storytime. Today we're talking about farms and farm animals in our Tales and Tales. This is Book by Deborah Bruss. Down at the farm, all was well until the children went back to school and the animals had nothing to do. They had no rides to share, no tug of war to play, no one to scratch behind their ears or ruffle their feathers. In the bright morning sun, the horse hung his head, the cow complained, and the goat grumbled. The pig pouted, the duck dozed off, and the hen heaved a sigh. Long about noon, with the sun high above the barnyard, the hen squawked, "I'm bored, and I'm heading to town to find something to do." The animals followed her down the road. "Look," clucked the hen. "Happy faces! This must be the place we're looking for. I'll go in and see if I can find something to do." "Nay, nay," whined the horse. "You're too small for such a big job. Leave it to me." The horse clipped-clopped in. Politely he asked for something to do, but the librarian could not understand the horse. All she heard was "Nay, nay." So the horse hung his head and clipped-clopped out. Next the cow plodded in. Politely she asked for something to do, but the librarian could not understand the cow. All she heard was "Moo, moo." So the cow complained and plodded out. Now it was the goat's turn. He trotted in. Politely he asked for something to do, but the librarian could not understand the goat. All she heard was "Bah, bah." So the goat grumbled and trotted out again. Slowly the pig ambled into the library. Politely she asked for something to do, but all the librarian heard was "Oink, oink." So the pig ambled out to tell her friends. Up flapped the hen and she announced, "I am going in and no one is going to stop me." Into the library she flapped. "Book?" clucked the hen politely. The librarian looked around and said, "What's that noise?" "Book, book," clucked the hen. The librarian scratched her head. "Who's that?" she asked. "Book, book, book," clucked the hen quite clearly. "Oh, is this what you want?" asked the librarian, and she handed the hen 3 books. Back at the farm, the horse, the cow, the goat, the pig, the duck, and the hen gathered around the books. The barnyard was filled with neighs, moos, bahs, oinks, quacks, and book, book, books. Their sound of delight lasted until sundown. All the animals were happy except for the bullfrog. You know what he said? "I've already read it, read it, read it, read it." That was a funny story about farm animals. And here's another one. Click, Clack, Moo, Cows That Type by Doreen Cronin. Farmer Brown has a problem. His cows like to type. All day long he hears click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety-clack, moo. At first he couldn't believe his ears. Cows that type? Impossible! Click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety-clack, moo. Then he couldn't believe his eyes. "Dear Farmer Brown, the barn is very cold at night. We'd like some electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows." It was bad enough the cows had found the old typewriter in the barn. Now they wanted electric blankets. "No way," said Farmer Brown. "No electric blankets." So the cows went on strike. They left a note on the barn door. "Sorry, we're closed. No milk today." No milk today? Cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard the cows busy at work. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Clickety, clack, moo. The next day he got another note. Dear Farmer Brown, the hens are cold too. They'd like electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. The cows were growing impatient with the farmer. They left a new note on the barn door. Closed. No milk, no eggs. No eggs! Cried Farmer Brown. In the background he heard them. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Clickety, clack, moo. Cows that type? Hens on strike? Whoever heard of such a thing? How can I run a farm with no milk and no eggs? Farmer Brown was furious. Farmer Brown got out his own typewriter. Dear cows and hens, there will be no electric blankets. You are cows and hens. I demand milk and eggs. Sincerely, Farmer Brown. Duck was a neutral party, so he brought the ultimatum to the cows. The cows held an emergency meeting. All the animals gathered around the barn to snoop, but none of them could understand moo. All night long, Farmer Brown waited for an answer. Duck knocked on the door early the next morning. He handed Farmer Brown a note. Dear Farmer Brown, we will exchange our typewriter for electric blankets. Leave them outside the barn door and we will send Duck over with the typewriter. Sincerely, the cows. Farmer Brown decided this was a good deal. He left the blankets next to the barn door and waited for Duck to come with a typewriter. The next morning he got a note. Dear Farmer Brown, the pond is quite boring. We'd like a diving board. Sincerely, the ducks. Click, clack, quack. Click, clack, quack. Clicky, clack, quack. Thanks for listening today. Come into the library and get more books. Or you can also get our take-home craft. This week we have an origami dog.